So, what you're thinking is a podcast dedicated to empowering individuals to stand up against wrongdoing and champion ethical behavior through personal experiences and practical problem-solving techniques. We tackle challenging topics with honesty and insight, welcoming all perspectives, regardless of race, age, political views, or belief. This is a random thoughts video, and I'm going to share some of my thoughts. And what I was thinking about, it's like, I say I'm free. I say I'm a free thinker. I say there are no chains on me. But am I really? Questioning myself. And so I think I want to target this conversation on my random thoughts geared towards my thinking, and as it is as an individual thinking, and then how is that individual thinking when it's in a crowd around others. And I don't care so much. I'm not so much concerned about intelligence, things of that nature. And what I mean by that, someone asked me, they made a statement recently, not too long ago, and they said, too much education is not good. And I did not get into a conversation with them on that level. Someone, that every now and then asks me questions, and what about this, what about that. And they, pretty much monitor what I'm doing, make comments on what I do, how I do, blah, 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 blah. And so the thing is, it's not about trying to quote unquote be smarter than other people, trying to learn things that make you curious and I don't know what to say to that. It's like, gave me a bad feeling. It makes me think about back in the days, especially from the person where it's coming from and their background, if you got caught reading from, back in the day, you were going to be hung, you were going to be beat, you were going to be whatever. And so for them to say that to me, it didn't feel good. And my thing is, when I do things, it's for what makes me feel good and what comes out of my brain and my heart for me. I'm not putting it on nobody else. People just constantly coming to me, asking me shit.
So anyway, I'm being a little vulnerable here, and I'm going to share, let me get to my location. I'm going to share what I have typed in out of curiosity on something. And I'll share that in a minute. 1 second. I'm going to continue with my thoughts, this random thoughts video, as I have children, grandchildren, and I might not be here tonight, might not be here tomorrow, so I'm sharing my thoughts. And this is something that I typed in to the search bar, trying to get a little clarity as I think about it, because it has happened the way I think numerous occasions, but this time it's just like I want to see exactly what comes up if I put my thoughts and the way I think into a search bar and see what they come up with. So what I put in there, I said, sometimes I wonder if there's something wrong with me. When I'm in a crowd, most conversations swirl around me, but I often choose not to engage. My mind drifts elsewhere, exploring ideas far from the surface chatter. And when I do speak, it sometimes feels like my words are only heard at the most basic level, misunderstood or brushed aside. But then every so often, I meet someone who instantly gets it. With just a few words, we connect, diving deep into conversation, exploring thoughts and perspectives together. What's going on here? And so it came up with it says selective engagement, a conscious choice. Choosing not to engage in every conversation isn't a flaw. It's a form of selective engagement. This is a conscious decision to focus your energy on interactions that truly matter, rather than spreading yourself thin across every social opportunity. In a world full of noise and distractions, being selective allows you to prioritize quality over quantity, nurturing deeper, more meaningful connections instead of shallow, small talk. Selective engagement encourages us to prioritize quality interactions over the quantity of connections we have, leading to more fulfilling and authentic relationships. The power of deep conversations. Quick, surface level exchanges often leave us feeling misunderstood or disconnected. Misunderstandings thrive in these shallow waters, as assumptions and misinterpretations easily slip in. Deep conversations, on the other hand, create clarity and real understanding. They require active listening, vulnerability, and a willingness to explore beneath the surface. When you find someone who wants to engage at this level, it's not just refreshing, it's transformative. Deep conversations are about creating clarity. They help us see the full picture, understand the context, and appreciate the nuances of a situation. It goes on to say here that you're not alone and there's nothing wrong with you. It's normal to feel out of place in group settings or to wonder if you're missing something when you don't connect with everyone. Many people experience these feelings, whether due to social anxiety, introversion, or simply a preference for meaningful engagement over casual conversation. The key is to recognizing that your desire for depth is a strength, not a weakness. If you sometimes feel anxious or self-conscious, remember that vulnerability, being open about what you're thinking or feeling, can actually foster genuine connections. When you're authentic, you invite others to do the same. Finding your people, not everyone will understand you, and that's okay. By being selective, you create space for those rare, powerful connections with people who truly resonate with your ideas and values. These are the conversations that matter, the ones that leave you energized and inspired, rather than drained or misunderstood. Turning difference into strength. So the next time you find yourself drifting away from the crowd's conversation, remember, there's nothing wrong with you. Your mind's curiosity, preference for depth, embracing selective engagement, you open the door to the kinds of connections that can change your life and maybe even the world. Crafting engaging speeches isn't just about what you say. It's about creating meaningful connections. I'm going to go with that. Thank you. Peace.